The Stoics taught that between stimulus and response lies a sacred space. That space is your freedom. That space is your power. Most people go through life without recognizing it. They are prisoners of their own impulses, slaves to their own reactions. Someone insults them, they lash out. Something doesn't go their way, they explode in frustration. Life doesn't unfold according to their plans, they collapse into despair. But the Stoic warrior understands something greater, that you are not your first reaction. Your emotions may flare, but you do not have to obey them. You can pause, you can breathe. You can stand still while the storm rages within, and in that pause you find clarity. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor, philosopher, reminded himself daily, if it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. This was not weakness, it was strength. The ability to pause, to not be driven by raw emotion, but to stand as the master of his own mind. When you pause, you stop being controlled by the outside world. You stop handing over your power to events you cannot control. Instead, you claim responsibility for what you can control, your thoughts, your words, your actions. The pause is your shield, your weapon, your fortress. So the next time anger rises in you, the next time fear threatens to overtake you, practice the power of the pause. Do not rush. Do not react. Stand firm. Think. Then respond with intention. This is where the strength of a Stoic begins. Reactions are cheap. Anyone can react. A child reacts, an animal reacts. But response, that is mastery. That is maturity. That is maturity. That is wisdom. To react is to let your emotions decide your fate. To respond is to let your reason lead the way. Epictetus said it best. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Notice, he didn't say what you feel, but how you choose to respond. Because feelings are natural, but responding wisely is an act of strength. Think about it. When you react in anger, do you not often regret it? When you react in fear, do you not shrink instead of grow? When you react in impulse, do you not lose more than you gain? Reaction is weakness disguised as power. It feels strong in the moment but leaves you weaker in the long run. But when you respond calmly, firmly, with intention, you rise above the moment. You take command of yourself. You gain respect, dignity, and inner peace. This is the way of the Stoic, not to suppress emotion, but to discipline it. Not to ignore life's challenges, but to meet them with unshakable composure. True power is not in having control over others. True power is in having control over yourself. One of the core Stoic principles is the dichotomy of control, knowing the difference between what is within your power and what is not. Most people waste their lives reacting to things outside their control. Other people's opinions, the weather, traffic, failures, setbacks. But why waste your energy on what you cannot change? Why hand over your peace to things you have no say in? The Stoics remind us, control lies only in your judgments, your choices, your actions. Everything else is external, indifferent. When someone disrespects you, you cannot control their tongue, but you can control your dignity. When life throws tragedy your way, you cannot control the event, but you can control your response. When you lose what you loved, you cannot control the loss, but you can control the meaning you give it. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Why? Because we keep reacting to the uncontrollable. We replay scenarios, we argue with reality, we fight battles that cannot be won. But if you respond instead, by focusing only on what is yours, you gain serenity, resilience, and peace. Control what you can, release what you cannot. This is how you break free from unnecessary suffering. Freedom is not doing whatever you feel like. That is slavery to impulse. Freedom is mastery over yourself. It is the ability to stand calm when others panic, to remain kind when others are cruel, to stay grounded when the world shakes. The Stoics were not cold, emotionless statues. They felt anger, grief, love, and joy, just like we do. But they trained themselves not to be ruled by those emotions, to feel without being consumed, to experience without losing control. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, wars, plagues, and endless political pressure, and yet he remained steady. Why? Because he had trained his mind to respond, not react. He did not allow fear to paralyze him, nor anger to poison his judgment. He carried himself with calmness, because emotional discipline was his shield. When you control your emotions, you are unshakable. No insult can truly wound you. No failure can truly break you. No chaos can truly move you. Emotional discipline is not suppression, it is transformation. It is turning pain into wisdom, fear into courage, and anger into calm strength. That is the freedom the Stoic seeks. Not freedom from hardship, but freedom from being ruled by it. Most of our suffering comes not from events themselves, but from the stories we tell ourselves about them. Something happens, and instantly we react. We label it bad, unfair, unbearable. But the Stoics taught, delay your judgment. Step back, look again. Marcus Aurelius wrote, choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed and you haven't been. Do you see the power in this? The event itself is neutral. It is our judgment that makes it good or bad, tolerable or intolerable. When you rush to react, you trap yourself in your first judgment. But when you delay, when you breathe, when you allow space, you may see the event in a new light. What seemed like a curse may become a blessing. What seemed like an enemy may become a teacher. What seemed unbearable may reveal your hidden strength. This is why patience is power. When you slow down, you allow wisdom to enter. You stop reacting blindly and start responding wisely. Delayed judgment transforms chaos into clarity. It turns setbacks into stepping stones. Do not be quick to declare defeat. Do not be quick to declare disaster. Pause, delay, respond. That is how the Stoic transforms pain into purpose. At the end of the day, the goal is not to become indifferent, but to become unshakable. Life will test you, people will provoke you, circumstances will shake you, but your task is simple. Do not react like the weak, respond like the strong. The Stoic warrior is not cold, he is calm. He is calm. He is not passive, he is purposeful. He does not let anger, fear, or despair dictate his actions. He chooses his response carefully, deliberately, and with reason. Imagine walking through life with such composure that nothing can steal your peace. Someone insults you, you smile, because their words do not define you. Life throws tragedy at you, you endure, because you know you are stronger than the storm. Obstacles appear, you transform them into opportunities because you know that every challenge is fuel for your growth. This is the mindset of the Stoic warrior. Calm in chaos, steady in storms, peaceful in pain. The one who responds, not reacts. So train your mind daily. Practice the pause. Remember the dichotomy of control. Discipline your emotions. Delay your judgment. And carry yourself like a Stoic warrior, because the greatest victory is not over others. The greatest victory is over yourself.